world's best beginner RC airplane just got even better, and today I'm going to fly it for you guys to show you just how easy it is. This is the new and improved version of the HobbyZone AeroScout RC plane. It's been tried and true, and I have put this RC plane to its test, and I'm so excited to show you this newest version. Two AeroScouts here today because I love this plane so much. This one I'm holding is the ready to fly version. It has a very basic transmitter, but it gets the job done. This version right here is called the BNF, or bind and fly. It does not come with a transmitter, but it does have a smart receiver inside of it. This can save you money in the long run if you think you're going to enjoy the hobby. That way you could buy a more hobby grade transmitter with a bigger model memory in it. So it's definitely something to consider if you think you're going to be buying more planes. In today's video, I'm going to show you how easy this AeroScout is to put in the air, and it's super easy to build. I mean, this took like 10-15 minutes, maybe 5. It literally snaps together. Yeah, it's amazing. I always recommend this for beginners and anybody looking to get into the RC hobby. So let's fly. Before I fly, I wanted to show you the ready to fly radio because I think this is super important to know what everything does so you know what you're kind of getting into. I'm going to turn on the throttle. This switch back here kills the throttle, so it's kind of like a safety feature. This switch is your high and low rates. This switch doesn't do anything. This switch is your beginner all the way down, intermediate, and advanced modes. And this is my favorite button. This is your panic button. So if something happens and you just know you're gonna crash, you hit the panic button and it's gonna auto level. No matter what mode you're in. Love it. No matter what mode you're in. I love this button. It's my favorite button. Now let's fly. Okay, I'm gonna take off in beginner mode. So let's throttle up and give it some elevator.
This thing is such an awesome airplane.
So I'm gonna fly around here in beginner mode just to give you guys an idea of the different modes. So this is full left in beginner mode. I'm giving it a little bit of elevator because if not, it would drop down a little bit like that. So this is full left.
She's holding left.
And the second I let go, the plane levels back off. So that's beginner mode for you. Full up.
It doesn't climb a whole lot.
Doesn't climb a whole lot. Full down.
Doesn't drop too fast.
Doesn't drop too fast. Now I'm going to show you something. Full left, panic button.
Basically does the same thing.
Off the sticks.
Yeah.
It's not going to let you go upside down in this beginner mode.
It will just limit your bank. And for a beginner, that's really nice because one of the easiest things to do is to hold that right stick in one direction for too long. Your plane is upside down, you panic, you crash.
And I also forgot to mention that that bind and fly version doesn't come with a battery. So in the description box, I'll have this ready to fly plane linked. I'll have the bind and fly linked. I'll have a battery and a charger set up linked. And I'll have the transmitter, my recommended transmitter down there too. So be sure to check that out. Okay.
But this one, Abby's ready to fly, does come with the battery, the one she's flying on.
Everything you need.
And a charger.
Okay, so we're ready for intermediate mode?
Go for it.
All right, switched it. The switch is in the middle. So now I can bank, you can tell. It banks a lot farther, but it's still not gonna let me go all the way upside down.
That's right.
Also, it's not gonna auto level.
As quickly. It does a hair.
Maybe, but
just because of the flight tendencies.
Not really. You still kind of have to push back to get it to auto level.
Yeah, and that's nice because it gets your brain working.
Used to flying in like manual mode per se, or advanced mode. It teaches you how to compensate for your turns, because on a normal flight plane, you have to push back the other way to level your wing back out. The plane's not going to do it for you on anything without some type of safe technology.
Yeah, Big B got me there.
There's full down, full up, but
that's pretty
steep. Not gonna let me go upside down.
I don't know how well I recorded that because a bee hit me in the face.
I'll do it again.
Thank you.
Okay, full down.
That's pretty steep.
Full up, but it stops me before I can go upside down.
Right. That's very, very steep. So I'd say intermediate is a very nice setting.
Oh yeah, I love intermediate mode on this plane. It's taught me a lot, a lot.
You going for advanced?
Yep.
Okay.
Here in a second.
When she gets,
I even get nervous on advanced mode, you guys.
It's smart to go into advanced mode on a straight stretch, and that's what she was doing. And a little bit high up. So here we go, Abby, advanced mode.
After this turn.
After the turn. And go.
Advanced mode.
She's in it. Get over here. You're getting far away from the camera.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh wait, I went back to beginner mode.
Easy to do.
See, I went down on my switch instead of up, and now I'm flying in the sun.
Well then that's another thing. You fly in the sun, you get back into safe mode.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, all the way from beginner to advanced. Okay, now I have full control of my plane. But keep in mind, I have that panic button. So my index finger is literally resting on this panic button, which I love. I feel like this is one of the good transmitters for me. If you've watched me a lot, you know I complain about transmitters being too big.
A little too big.
But this one has the panic button in just the perfect place.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I was saying, in advanced mode, you could go fully upside down with this plane, which I'll do here in a second. You can go loops and rolls, and you can really progress your skills. So here in a second, I'll do a loop.
What's nice about this airplane too, while she does this, is it's very capable. It's not the most sporty plane I've ever flown, but as you guys saw, that was a wonderful loop. And Abby gets a bit more nervous when she's doing these kind of aerobatics.
That's why Nate's talking for me.
I'm talking a little bit more, but it's a very capable airplane, and anybody that's flown the AeroScout in advanced mode will know that it's fun. You can fly it inverted. It's not great. Rolls are nice, they're slow.
I should have powered up a little bit more before that.
It's just a little bit slow to roll.
It is slow to roll, but I should have powered up and nosed up a little bit more.
Yeah, you did good though.
To feel a little safer. Not safer, but you know, just a little bit more comfortable for me on that. So that's the coolest thing about this plane. It's just all these modes. It's such an amazing progression plane. I love it.
It's a really good airplane, you guys. One of the best beginner airplanes out there. There are some other good options for beginner planes, and the sad thing about the AeroScout is usually the only thing that's holding it back, or I should say holding people back from it, is the way it looks. It's a pusher prop. It's kind of an ugly airplane compared to a realistic looking one, and so some people are turned off by that, but I actually like it because it is so different. That was a nice roll. So with an airplane that rolls slow like this, Abby already mentioned it, but I'll mention it again. You want to kind of aim your nose up just a hair when you're flying level before committing to the roll, because when you roll, you're going to lose some altitude. Do it again there, Abby.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'll explain it. I have my directions I like to roll. So I kind of try to talk you into what I'm going to do. I got a lot of height right now. I'm going to nose up, throttle up just a little bit, and give it a full right. And
perfect. That really was perfect.
And as soon as it comes back to center, I let off of the right. So as soon as you're done rolling, you come back to center on your stick.
Really well done. You've come so far.
Now on a roll, what I do is I
Get behind the camera for the mic. You keep walking out on the other side
Sorry,
of the mic. I
have to see. You're very tall.
That's true. I do block the view.
Okay, so what I do, I gain a little bit of height. I full throttle, nose down to get some speed, and nose back. I'm full throttle, and then as I come down, I let off the throttle.
That's perfect.
And I gave an elevator too. That's how you go.
It's hard to get enough words out
the words
that fast to explain what you're doing.
So if you're looking at this plane, which I recommended this plane for beginners for years,
Me
and
too.
now it has the updates, which is even better.
Yeah.
Make sure you educate yourself on the Academy of Model Aeronautics. While I talk about this, I'm going to go back in beginner mode. They are...
Fly low while you're talking about
Okay, why don't you talk about it?
Well, then fly in advanced mode.
Okay.
Okay. The Academy of Model Aeronautics is perfect for beginner pilots and advanced pilots, anyone in between. If you're flying without AMA, you really shouldn't be flying at all. If you're new to RCs, RC planes specifically, especially helicopters, drones, they do cover ground vehicles too. It's the Academy of Model Aeronautics. They provide insurance to the RC enthusiast. If, God forbid, you smack this plane in someone's face, leg, car, house,
or
window,
like a camper
mower.
that's over here.
Yeah, there's a camper parked here temporarily.
Hello.
There, see, hey Abby, you're getting a little close.
I almost hit the panic button. I gotta show the panic button.
As long as you're flying by the AMA's suggested rules, no matter where you're flying, and again, fly in smart places, you will be covered by their insurance. Abby and I both have it.
Lift out there.
We wouldn't consider flying without it, and we love all of the extra added perks. I just got the magazine in the mail, and just today I read this awesome article about batteries in the magazine. It was like a 2 or 3 page article about pulling your batteries out of storage mode after they've been in storage mode for a long time. This article that was written like over my head in parts. Like, this guy that wrote the article goes in crazy depth and detail about storage batteries, storing your lipos and stuff. Like, bravo to him, because I thought I was good with batteries.
Plus, there's a lot of tools on the AMA website.
Yeah.
So if you're a newcomer to the hobby, there's a lot of RC clubs that you can join. And there's a club finder tool over on the website. So you can enter in your zip code or your city and state and find RC flying fields that are near you. And by having an AMA membership, it gives you access to become members at all these different fields.
And guys, we love talking about the AMA, not just AMA, but just flying safe in general, because there for a while, when the popularity of things like race drones were coming out, you know, the hobby got a little bit of a bad reputation because of some of the popularity increase, and you had like the bad boys of RC representing the hobby on popular things like YouTube. And we've always frowned upon that kind of attitude toward the hobby. I just lost focus on you, sorry. There we go. I'm back. I'm back.
Back to the plane.
Yeah. So we just like to
panic button.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Oh, it makes me nervous to even use the panic button.
You got
Upside down, panic button.
You did
leveled
it.
off.
Very nice.
So it's just kind of like a last minute thing if you think you're gonna crash.
We just like to promote the hobby at its finest. That's
Panic button makes me nervous. I feel like
you're intentionally putting your plane upside down.
Yeah, I'm putting full faith in a button, but it works.
It works every time.
All right, so I'm gonna start thinking about landing here.
Okay.
And the cool thing about this plane is it has all these different modes. So you know what I'm gonna do? I can definitely land it in advanced mode, but why when I have beginner mode and I can have a perfectly, watch, I'm gonna jinx myself, a really good landing hopefully.
You know what? Can I put a request in?
What?
Will you land it in the tall grass, please?
Why?
I don't know. Well, people will ask, can this plane? I'll just answer it for them.
You're asking me to possibly dent my plane.
No. Well, this plane can take off and land in grass, but short.
I thought you meant that grass across the field.
No, not the wheat field.
I thought that's what you
the
meant.
grass.
Okay, I would have landed in grass.
That's okay.
Go watch any of my old videos of the AeroScout. They're all in grass. Okay, you really distracted me from my landing.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. You get lined up.
Well, as I climbed and went really far.
I want to note too, this flight, we're pushing somewhere around 11 minutes or so roughly. We probably could fly, and you've been full throttle a lot.
Shush! Shush! You keep distracting.
I don't, you can just ignore me.
This is a good video for beginners, Nate, so hush. Okay, so I'm coming in. I still had kind of a wide turn there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill the throttle. Nate's taught me all this. He's taught me everything I know. I'm just being hard on him. All right, nose down.
It's called being a
I'm gonna
jerk.
flare at the last minute. I'm up, full up elevator. I had a little bit of a bounce. See, I told you I jinxed myself.
It's because you were being a jerk.
Probably.
I was trying to tell people the flight time. You jerk.
Can you tell we're married? Here it is, my favorite RC plane for beginners ever. And this has been like 3-4 years in a row. Like, I have loved this plane that long, and I've recommended it to beginners for that long. And with that like 11-12 minute flight time, I still had like over half my battery life left.
About half.
If you enjoyed this video, give me a like and leave a comment below, because not only did I fly this plane, I flew all the drone shots. That was me flying the drone, and Nate was flying the AeroScout. Just so you know, give me some love in the comments. And for an awesome flight and a beautiful day, I want to thank the big guy upstairs. Just awesome. I also want to say a huge thanks to our RC patron family members. You guys are the backbone to our channel, and if it wasn't for you guys, we couldn't provide as much RC, honest RC content as we do. I'll have one of Nate's favorite intermediate planes, the Turbo Timber, popping up right about now for you to go check out. So we'll see you over there.